That's a snort. Hey, welcome to this Juan Time with Juan Montoya. Today, I am joined by my lovely wife.
Hey, y'all.
What's your name?
Gabby.
All right. And this also happens to be the first episode in a series of
That all
episodes. What?
that all will have me?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I can only handle so much of your crazy ass on the mic and give you a platform.
Okay la.
Anyways, so the series that I have in mind is called In Defense of ... And I think we're coming out pretty hot on this series considering our first subject. Hands over your ears, little ones. In defense of cunt. No, he didn't.
He sure did.
I looked you in the eyes when I said it too. Shit.
He sure did.
But no, I want to do a whole series named In Defense of and have it range from like all these, hot topics, all these topics that get people heated, like in defense of letting racists be racist. And so we can see them for who they really are, that type of shit. And
Like that. I legit just brought it up about racism, about that one couple who cut up that Hispanic couple and got out the car all like swole and shit, trying to throw shit down, and they end up getting their ass beat by this couple.
yeah, that's just karma. They're idiots.
No, I'm just saying, like,
No, yeah.
as far as being in defense of, like, are you like the racist couple was the one who started it all because they cut him off?
Well, I mean, all they were saying were beaners, but yeah, I mean, you don't say
But
that
that's
lightly.
still a racist
Yeah, you don't.
comment.
I'm saying you don't throw that around lightly, in the heat of the moment. But yeah, they definitely got what they had coming to them. That was pretty hilarious.
But the comments were even better.
The comments are always fire on any of those. But anyways, back to the subject at hand. CUNT.
I don't even want to say it.
You don't want to say it?
Nope.
Okay, this is gonna be a good one then. So anyways, just kind of want to start off. Did like some 2-minute research on the Google, and just came up, found some writings and articles about the history of the infamous word. See you next Tuesday. So I just want to go ahead and read off of this, and just starting off with this little paragraph here that according to author and historian M. Geller, its first appearance in the Oxford English Dictionary in 1972 saw the word having been first cited in London in 1230 as a street name for Grope Cunt Lane, a supposed red light district. Say, hey, can you say Van Buren?
Red light district?
Well, Grope Cunt Lane. Lexicographers also argue a connection to the Romance languages with the word vagina. Vagina rooted in the Latin cunus, meaning sword sheath. So something you would use to sheath your sword, i.e. your Johnson, the long dick. It was normal practice for medieval street names to reflect their function or the economic activity taking place within them, i.e. Fish Street, fucking Bank Court, Mugging Circle, shit that went down on that street. They normally named it after whatever went down. So that's why the other one was called Grope Cunt, because you went down there to grope some cunt, i.e. Van Buren. In the Middle Ages, Christian clergymen preached the idea of a woman's genitals as a potent source of evil, referring to the cunus diaboli, meaning devilish cunt. Damn, you women.
That's some hardcore shit right there.
Let's see. An excerpt from Dr. Kate Lister's 2017 article, A Nasty Name for a Nasty Thing, a history of cunt, off her website, thehorrorsofyore.com. Follow her at horrorsofyore on Twitter. Let's proceed. Let's turn to the etymology first. Cunt is old. It's so old that its exact origins are lost in the folds of time, and etymologists continue to debate where in the cunt comes from. It's several thousand years old at least, and can be traced to the Norse kunta, or the Proto-Germanic kuntu. But before that, cunt proves quite elusive. There are medieval cunty cognates in most Germanic languages. Kut, Kotz, and Kot all appear in German. The Swedish have kunta, the Dutch have konte, kut, and kont. And the English once has kot, which I quite like and think is due a revival. Here's where the debate comes in. No one is quite sure what it actually means. Some etymologists have argued cunt has a root in the Proto-Indo-European sound jeune, jean, which means to create or become. You can see gen in modern words, gonads, genital, genetics, and gene. Others have theorized cunt descends from the root gun, which means woman, and crops up in gynecology. The root sound that most fascinates etymologies is the k. K is associated with the female and forms the basis of cow and queen. K is linked to the Latin canis, i.e. vulva, which sounds tantalizingly like cunt, but is probably unrelated, and has spawned the French con and the Spanish coño, oh, coño, and the Portuguese, this is going on to the second page, cona, and the Persian kun. My favorite cunt theory is that the k also means to have knowledge. Can and ken become prefixes to cognition and other derivatives. What, sidebar?
Sidebar. It's over here talking about have some knowledge. Yeah, my vagina is smart as shit right now.
Come again? Let's see. Where were we? R.F. Rattray argued that knowledge and cunt are etymologically, whoa, this lick is kicking in, linked. The root
That's too big of a word for you.
Appears in countless words from cowrie, cypress, down to cow. The root kun has two lines of descent, the one emphasizing the mother and the other knowledge. Cunt on one hand and cunning on the other. 1961. Certainly in the Middle Ages, quaint meant both knowledge and cunt. And for more, you could visit her website, The Horrors of Yore, and some really interesting pictures that I felt a little uncomfortable researching there at the coffee shop. I was like, it's some pretty gnarly shit. But
y'all, this is educational.
Yeah, exactly. I'm learning a lot, putting some in the bank. But anyway, so how do you feel about the word now?
I don't fucking like that shit.
Not one bit, huh?
No, I don't like it. I don't like hearing it. I want to cut you in your throat when you say it.
I say it. What do you mean?
I just don't like the word, like what it means and how aggressively people use that word, because they use it to put a female down. And that's what I don't like, is that they use it negatively and derogatory. That's like calling, obviously I'm not going to be saying it, but it's like calling somebody else, obviously we know, like the N-word, or you call, it's not as aggressive, but beaners in negatively,
or spick, like
spick, or wetbacks, or like something like that. Like it's just like that, but for females. And it's like, we already know the world that we're in right now. It's male, female, yes, no, he, like everybody's kind of all over the place with kind of who they are as people and what they identify as. So I think that goes to that too. Like when you're aggressively attacking what's the word I'm looking for?
Subsect? Yeah,
like just a group of people. I don't even want to say females, but a group of people, because you can refer to anybody as that. Like, so when you're aggressively referring to them as that, it just takes it to another level. And for me, like it would shut off all of my brain activity, and it would just be like, oh, you want to take it there. Like, oh, we're going there.
You want to get out on the freeway?
And then now we're about to get out the car and throw some blows. Like, hands will be raised and laid on people, and there will be some problems.
But I think you touched upon the main key point, is using it aggressively. It's all about intention. And that's what is lost in this day and age, is intent. What was your intent? Because, yeah, you can take something out of context, or you can read somebody's, like if they take this podcast and just take excerpts and all you read is the text, but you don't have it in the full contextual, scenario of how we used it, why we said it, our tone, and our intent with what we were trying to say. Because you can say, oh, come here. Like, people like in Australia and the United Kingdom, I mean, they use cunt freely. It's like, oh, come here, little cunts, or I love you, cunt. How you been? That type of shit.
Oh my God.
And,
but I get it. It's totally different. But yeah. I've used that word.
I thought you said you never say it.
No, not in the, I've always said, see you next Tuesday. I've never actually been like, oh, wow. But it's me not saying aggressively that whoever I'm talking about is a see you next Tuesday. It's more of me saying like, yeah, this person's a fucking bitch. But I'm not saying this I'm trying to go to that. They're a bitch, but just extra bitch. But I don't want to, I've
next level.
Yeah, they're the next level bitch. And that's the see you next Tuesday. But it's like, I've never used it in a negative, like aggressively to somebody's face. Like, fuck you. Like, I've never done that. And I can't see myself doing that because I wouldn't want someone to do that to me.
Golden rule.
Everything else, I'm totally down with. Someone can call me a bitch. I don't give a shit. But like, or be whatever. But when it comes to that, like, that just takes it to that next level. And
that's when that's like,
well, that's when you know shit's serious.
Take the rings off. You take the earrings out.
Yeah, take my gold hoops off. And on my gold rings and my bracelets.
And your glasses.
And my glasses. And I'm like, shit's about to throw down. And I'm going to need my backup just in case.
But it's such a good word.
But it's a terrible word.
No, but like it just like coming out, and the delivery is so easy.
Does it make you feel good when you say it?
I mean, right now, like, it makes me feel like, ooh, I shouldn't be saying it. It's like, oh, no, you can't say that. But it's when you look at the word, like, it's two consonants. So it starts with one and ends with another, like hard. So it starts already harsh, like k, k, and then it ends with a t. Those are two satisfying sounds when you want to deliver, maybe an insult or something.
Well, I didn't even see it here, but when you were talking about, I see German, but I don't see Russian. Because when I think of aggressive sounds, I think of the Russian language.
Well, German is pretty rough too, but yeah.
So like, that's what I would think. So it's like,
no, nobody worries about Russian pussy. It's all bears.
But you get what I'm saying? Like when you're like, it just makes you feel good because they're like two aggressive sounds, and you're putting them together and then you're saying it. But it's like, it never started out as the way that it is right now, to demonize or to degrade women, and that's what it's used as.
No, I think it was always used as that.
To degrade women?
Mm-hmm.
To be like, fuck you.
No, not
see you
in
next
that
Tuesday.
sense. But it was kind of like, hey, I'm gonna go get some cunt, or let me at.
I guess I can see that.
That. I mean, shit. The street it was called was Grope Cunt Lane, and but from what I was reading, that was kind of like the probably the first word actually used to describe, a woman's. And I think it would just refer to the vulva, not even the vagina. Just the outer. That's just what it is. And now we use everything else to describe it short of what it actually is. So
no one's ever used the real words, like the actual anatomy words that you learn. I don't even know if you learn that in school, but I mean like the actual
not in the South.
Words to describe what it actually is. And instead, people are using derogatory words to describe.
You got the monitor volume up?
Oh, my bad.
How long are you gonna helicopter the kids?
Forever.
No, but we refer to it as everything else, fucking pussy, beef flaps, beef curtains.
I've never heard that before.
Let's go over some names, girl. Come on.
I've never heard that before.
Axe wound, Nash. What are we talking about? Gash, pink taco.
Oh my word.
What else we got? Pink eye. I don't know.
Pink eye.
I don't fucking know.
Oh my god.
The little man in the canoe.
Oh my god.
You don't got any?
I legit have never heard any
Cooter,
of the things that you've
snatch, any of them, really. None
that
of them?
one I've heard.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what's the worst one you've heard referred to your own?
Not any of those.
Nothing? Oh, okay.
No.
Can't dig for information there. But I think it's also been used though as a tool to kind of degrade women's sexuality. A woman's not supposed to be sexual. Like you're supposed to, refrain from your natural urges.
But yeah, it's like when you get into, I guess, a new relationship, and it's like, oh, it's high five dudes when they've had all of these sexual partners, but then the female, you're like, use a hoe when they've had all of these sexual partners. It's like the female can't do what the male's doing, and then it's like hypocrisy right there. Like what's going on here?
It really is. And I mean, there is a difference. Like, flash forward, and our kids are, late teens, and
well, yeah, because then sorry, I don't mean to cut you off right there, but I'm just thinking again, we have a son and we have a daughter. So with my son,
so far until they come out different.
So with my son, all I have to worry about is him and females. Like, it's different versus my daughter going out and experimenting. Like with my son, it's just, I guess in no other words I can say, one dick that I got to deal with. Like just my one son. And then with my daughter, it's with all these other fucking dicks that she's going to be hooking up with and potentially bringing home. I ain't trying to deal with her having a teenage pregnancy or whatever situations might arise. Like, I'm not okay with that, which is why we're going to be straightforward and honest with them when they get older and are able to deal with these conversations. But I get it. Like, I mean, it's scary actually. I don't want to deal with it.
And the other thing I can kind of point to in that too, it's how some guys will feel uncomfortable being around gay guys, and it's just like nothing you got to worry about, but that feeling that you're having of somebody wanting to hit on you knowingly, or you're not wanting it, like that's what girls deal with on the daily. And some guys, I think, get uncomfortable on that because they're like, man, maybe, if this guy they find out this big ass dude is gay, they're like, man, this guy could fucking have his way with me. And like, that's literally what girls have to deal with every single day. Like, don't walk down that alleyway by yourself. Have somebody walk you to your car from
You got to carry pepper spray.
Yeah.
And like, even for my job, like, it's scary to think that I need to make sure that I am protected in a way that I can either defend myself physically or get out of a situation just in case something happens. And it sucks that in this day and age, shit's freaking hit the fan for many, many years, but that I cannot walk down an alley to come home safely without some jackass, trying to take advantage of a situation. And it sucks because way back when, you can do that. You can freaking hitchhike across the country, and more than likely, I would say at least maybe 50% chance you'd make it there. But my point is, you can hitchhike and be,
I think you could still hitchhike.
You can hitchhike?
Hitchhike this kike, son. Whoa, wait, is that a derogatory term?
I don't know, but you mean hitchhike?
Yeah. Anyways,
Start over.
Hitchhike. You can still hitchhike. The issue is that people aren't as inclined to pick you up anymore. That's the issue.
I will not pick up some random fucking stranger.
I know. I
Putting
remember
their thumb out, whether that be a man or a freaking female with a baby. Nope. I will be like just speeding by you. And Father, Son, Holy Spirit, make sure you're good. Like good vibes. I hope you make it to wherever you're going.
Yeah, that classic thoughts and prayers.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Thoughts and prayers.
That's gonna make everything better.
What was the other thing I wanted to touch on that? Frowning on a woman's sexual proclivity. And just obscenity laws, rightfully so, as far as, withholding some of the sexual nature or violent nature of humans from kids that are just too young to be exposed to it. So,
but then you're throwing that shit on kids now. There are kids who are being thrown out of like elementary and junior high parties, proms, formals, because they're inappropriately dressed, or they're asked to go to the principal's office and asked to put on different clothes because they're wearing a spaghetti strap or a too thin of a shirt, or a shirt that shows too much midriff, when it's nothing to be concerned about, when it's like, oh, well, you're causing a scene for the boys in the class.
The boys can't control themselves.
But it's like, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing nothing other than getting dressed in the morning and come to school, and you're blaming me for their problems.
I mean, short of, their ass almost hanging out.
That's a different story. I'm talking about like if you stand up, you're fine. Because I remember being in school, and it's like, if you're wearing a dress or a skirt, as long as it's 2 fingertips or whatever past, when you're standing up, as long as it's right above your knees, or like when you like whatever they had to determine whether or not your outfit was too short. But that's, like, I understand that because that's if you're like bending down. But when you're sitting in a chair in your classroom, and if they can see just a little sliver of your back, now that's inappropriate. And now you're distracting the boys in the class. Boys or other children in the class, and now you have to go to the principal's office and put different clothes on, or go home and change because you're distracting.
As a teenage boy, I can tell you it was quite tough to concentrate.
And whose fault was that? Yours?
My body's. Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay, but it wasn't the
else's.
girl's fault.
No.
So why was the girl getting in trouble? Why weren't you the one getting taken out of that fucking class and saying, can you put that shit away? Because other kids are trying to learn. You know what? That's fucking distracting.
Yeah, imagine getting called up to do a math problem, and you're all, out of 10.
That's distracting. Not the little back sliver of a girl's back when she's sitting in her chair minding her own fucking goddamn business. Not some kid behind her, i.e. you, behind a teenage girl talking about, I wonder what I could do with her later. Yeah, no, girl ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, no joke. You want to hear something fucking hilarious and horrible at the same time?
In grade school,
no. I mean, you're stuck with horrible comments from me forever and ever. Anyways, in junior high, I always had a folder, and so I had a backpack and a folder. Well, I was artistic. I would like to draw and whatnot, but the main function of that folder was to hide the blood rush.
Shame on you.
Shame on me? What do you mean? I didn't.
Oh, so shame on the girls who did that. It's literally what it felt like. Shame on you legitimately, or trying to defend yourself?
No. I said I had a plan for how I would counteract any
But then you just said, shame on me for what?
For what? For having a normal bodily function?
For what? But for what reason?
It's like you saying shame on a girl for going to have sex. No. It's literally my bodily functions. I can't control that.
So
there's no one to blame. It's just anatomy.
I know.
It's just biology.
I understand that.
So there's no reason for you to say about whose fault is that?
No, but if it were to come down to it, the girl's probably going to get in trouble for not dressing appropriately.
I would picture me like, yo, bro, you gotta like go take care of that somewhere else. So
do you think that the school would have said that? You think the school would have said, yeah, you go do that and the girl's fine, or send the girl home to get changed?
I don't know. I guess I could go back in time and
Yeah, use the time
Just
machine
not-
that we got in the garage.
Yeah, in the garage, and find out. See what they got to say.
Let me know.
Okay, I'll be right back.
You're so dumb.
Anyways, back to the subject matter, though. I fucking love that word, and I think we should be using it more often.
And I totally 100% disagree.
Well, let me change your mind. Ready? Come on.
Oh, that worked.
Come on.
No.
You're giving this word too much power.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are.
I don't agree.
Well, let's change that then.
Okay, so what else do you have that's going to make me change my mind? When literally everything about this word is negative.
It's negative now, but if you were to be
Okay, so how
exposed to
many-
it more often,
So
and
how
more,
many years is it going to take to change the connotation of this word?
ooh, I would say a good 25 years.
Okay, ain't nobody got time for that.
What do you mean? You're not gonna be around for 25 years?
I never said that.
Mm-hmm.
I never said that. What I'm saying is I don't have time to wait 25 years to wait for this word to have a positive.
Well, maybe you make, spearhead this whole
Yeah, I'll pass.
campaign, and you can have it done in 23 years.
Oh, yeah, that makes a difference.
But so you're telling me then that you're okay with our daughter growing up in a world where she has to fear this word?
Yeah, because if somebody calls her this word, I'm going to expect that she beats the fucking shit out of them.
Even if
and if it's a dude that calls her this word, you better fucking kick him in his balls.
Even if it's again, it's all the intention. Even if it's an endearing way, like we've kind of like
It would depend.
We try to take it back. You got to reclaim it.
No, it would depend on the situation and how the word is used and who's saying it. So if it's a dude at her junior high or her high school who's calling her this word.
What about first grade? Second grade?
Then I'm going to be getting called to go pick up my daughter because she beat up some kid.
Yeah, she better lay hands.
Like, no joke.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit, I was hoping I would have changed your mind by now.
Okay, just because of... Come on.
I mean, I have some history to go off of. I'm like,
And that's
hey,
all negative.
you know,
Negative.
It's not negative. It's talking about how it comes from knowledge and to create. Like, that's literally what the word came from. That's it.
Grope, cunt, lane. Yeah, I fucking said it. I said it.
Yeah.
That's how... Is that not... People would go down this and that's why it was named that?
Yeah, but they used to call it a cunt because you would create
Still.
a human.
Because the females would get raped, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Fuck it.
Okay, so it's still a negative
Yeah, but guys got raped too all the
connotation.
time.
But way back when?
Yeah.
We're
Rape
not talking about that.
Rape isn't just sexual. Rape is
Maybe that's
power.
the next one.
Somebody exercising. I'm not going to go in defense of rape. Jesus
You
Christ.
never know that.
I never know.
You legit are just like, what, rape isn't rape technically physically?
No.
What, emotional?
Because
Mentally?
just saying cunt isn't really like, rape is like emotionally and physically scarring. Like, I mean,
If somebody
come
were
on.
to legitimately go at me sideways using this word,
well,
is that not gonna be
it would
scarring
be
for me?
emotional. It would be emotionally scarring for you, and then physically scarring for them.
I mean, so it's the same thing.
No,
I mean,
it's not. You're
I mean,
making a stretch
okay,
here.
not
You're like Van
technically-
Damme's fucking splits right now.
Not technically the same thing, but it's still
No.
scarring in a way.
Come on.
It's still scarring in a way.
Yeah, in a way, but not to the same level.
Okay. And I'll admit, not to the same
Oh
level.
my God.
Not to the same level, but it's still scarring because I have feelings towards this word and towards a negative connotation that it brings.
Hold on. I'm still soaking in that little win right there. Okay, proceed.
You done?
Yeah, I just said proceed.
Are you sure? Do you need a couple more seconds? Because you look like you need a couple more seconds.
I mean, I can go to the bathroom and...
Please don't. Please don't. Knowing the feelings that I have towards this word, if someone comes at me negatively and is calling me a name or referring to my daughter as this
Oh, for sure.
negatively,
but again,
then
it's
we're
all
gonna have some problems.
negatively. You're always referring to it negatively. So yeah, of course, like, yo,
Because
no.
this generation and people who we don't know any other way to use this word than negative.
No.
You're legit referring to Australians and
Yeah.
who else?
And the UK
Okay.
and South Africa and
Okay, stop. Who use that word positively,
yeah. That's still like
but we don't live there.
how many millions of people?
That's still a bunch of people. No, for sure. But those aren't people that she's going to interact with on a daily basis. The people that she's going to interact with on a daily basis know this word negative.
Uh-huh. But then she could use other words to defend herself and not just let that word.
No, she can use her hands to defend herself.
I mean, no reason to get physical right off the bat. You know, you try to kind of, you know. Again, it all depends.
Well, I guess she's not going to go to me for advice.
What do you not go to you?
Because I'm going to say you better fucking beat the shit out of them. Just like my mom said, you better not come home beat up.
I agree, but also that wouldn't change that other person's mind.
I don't give a shit at this point about changing their mind. If someone used this word negatively to me, if I was a child old enough to understand what was going on, yeah, we're about to fight. We're legitimately about to fight. Whether or not I change your mind or not, we're not going to have a sit down kumbaya over some coffee and tea talking about what's your opinion, what's my opinion. We're not going to do that. I'm about to punch you in your throat and karate chop you in your nuts if it's a dude.
In her she nuts? In her cunt?
Yeah, I'm not going to say that.
Damn it. Come on, woman. Just one.
No. But I just feel so strongly about not using that word, and I would never use that word negatively to describe somebody.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've used it, but not in a way that's going to be negative. I've used it to explain that they're a super bitch, not negative.
Well, being a super bitch is positive or what?
No, I mean, what I'm saying is I've never said that word like
You've just never said
degrading.
that word. So, I mean, in your opinion, using the word is degrading. So if you admit to using it, you degraded someone.
But I never even said the word itself.
But your intent, and that's the main checkmate. Oh, she's taking a long sip. Here it comes. Here it comes. Gonna unload?
No. No, I'm not.
No. See, it's all about your intent. And you intended to toss shade at someone.
Yeah, I did that by calling them a bitch.
I like that word too.
Me too.
There's bitch, biatch, biatcha.
No, it's just bitch.
Beezy. Huh?
Because I could be like, I mean, I have a mouth of a sailor, so I could use everything. But that is not in my vocabulary. That word is not in my vocabulary.
Well, maybe we'll do in defense of round 2 and see what more information I can pick up. Because I really think you should reclaim it and be like, yo, you know, this word has no power over me and my emotions.
And you know that I have always said that someone calls me that, I'm going to go to jail.
I know, that's why I got a separate savings account with $1,000. That's all you got.
That's all I have to bail me out.
So you better not throw more than 3 punches.
It's just a very strong word, and I don't like it.
And that's exactly why I like it.
Because it's a strong word.
Yeah, it's a good word. It's a good word, and it's a damn shame.
That people don't like it?
Yeah. And I mean, I guess you're entitled to like something and not like something, but
yeah,
you know, if I want to use it,
that's America.
But if I want to use it,
you can use it however the fuck you want to use it. But just know that there are people out there that don't like that fucking word. America.
That is the epitome of freedom of speech.
America.
I heard you. I have headphones on.
America.
That's the epitome of free speech. Is
You
you're
wanna come at me, bro?
entitled to
Come
it.
at me, bro.
And I'm feeling really intimidated right now. And I don't want these folks to be a witness to me laying the smacketh down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to hear some police show up and going to haul your ass off to jail. And guess what? I don't have a separate savings account with money in it to bail you out.
I think I've watched enough of those Discovery ID murder investigations, whatever the fuck that is. And that's your fault. So now I know how to properly dispose of you.
I ain't scared.
Well, you shouldn't be, because I would never do that. Because I love you. I love you, little cunt. End of podcast. See you later.
Are you serious right now? Nope, you're not ending it right there. You're not ending it right there. You're not ending it right there.
That was mic drop
Nope.
right there.
That
I mean, I'm
was
not dropping these
not
expensive
a mic.
mics, but
You better
mic
fucking
drop.
not, because that's my credit too. Shit.
Ain't your credit. Anyways, I got nothing else on the word.
Neither do I. I just know that I don't like it.
Well, there it is, folks. Gabby, big surprise, doesn't like the word.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah. And actually see you guys next
Thursday?
Wednesday. No, Wednesday. I got one coming up on Wednesday.
It's not me.
No, it's not. He won't be as pretty as you. No, he won't. He might not have as dirty of a mouth as you either. So there is that as well. So anyways, say bye to the people.
Bye, y'all. We love you guys.
Thanks for listening in, guys. This has been This Juan Time, and we'll catch you on the flip. Adios.